Hey man, I had an edible about an hour
Oh
ago. So
God.
excuse me if
Is it
I.
one of the ones that like
But I only had half. I had half a cookie. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's fine. But you definitely look
But
very
oh you
relaxed. You
straight,
look
you
very.
straight. Okay.
yo, welcome to Beers and Bars.
Your place for rapid fire hip hop discussion and of course great beer.
I am Kamal Kiddo.
OT the Golden Child. Thank y'all for checking out last week's episode featuring the homie Mike Jimmer from Haymarket Beer Company. Make sure y'all check
Mike
them
Gemma,
out.
Dr.
where they-
Gemstone.
There you go. Yeah, Dr. Gemstones on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you go to
Right.
Haymarket. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're in the Chicagoland area or their Michigan location, whichever one, support them. They got dope things going on over there.
Yo, we got a new show today.
Mhm.
I am very excited today because we have two Beers and Bars alumni on the show.
Yeah, man.
And real friends in real life. We got Jerayll. I don't know where they are, so I'm gonna let them introduce themselves.
Jerayll Allen, esteemed Beer and Bars alumni. I like that. We gotta put that on a T-shirt or something.
Ooh.
Yeah,
You
Beers
like-
Bars.
Beers and Bars alumni, man. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna put that shit on my
L-Boogie definitely
LinkedIn.
Yeah, man.
Select the limb.
Wait, say that again, Larnell. Introduce yourself.
L-Boogie. You know what I'm saying? We definitely here. Esteemed Beers and Bars alumni.
Yeah.
Definitely. That definitely should be on shirts though.
So today,
Established.
ooh, see the Beers and Bars collegiate logo. Sparks, where you at on that?
Like, where's that shirt at? Oh, it's one of a kind, you know.
But
Get my name on the
today is an important day. Otis and I have been doing Beers and Bars now for the past 4 years, close to 5. This is our 200th episode. 200th episode, everybody! 200th episode.
Okay, I totally,
All right.
right. This is episode 200, man.
And not only that, and
Wait, I
what-
was just about to do that.
gee, this is for me, this is the perfect occasion.
Yeah.
The 200th episode will be recapping the versus battle between Ghostface Killah and Raekwon the Chef
Shout out to
of
the
Wu-Tang
guys.
Clan.
Yeah.
If you don't know by now, some of my favorite artists, my favorite group of all time, my favorite duo in rap.
Mhm.
My God. And we'll also be talking about Benny the Butcher, Griselda family,
Mhm.
Black Soprano
Sure.
family. Benny the Butcher's The Plugs I Met too.
Yeah.
That just dropped. But before we get into that, what are we drinking, gentlemen? What are we drinking?
I'm gonna kick it off, man. I honestly feel ashamed because today I have a Midwest staple. I've never had this beer, but I've heard people talk about it all the time. Shout out to my homie Gabe Rome. We swapped some beers out a couple days ago. He gave me some dope stuff from Short Fuse, and then he brought me back a 4-pack from New Glarus up in Wisconsin. I have their Spotted Cow today. This is a Farmhouse ale. If you're from the Midwest, I'm pretty sure you know what this joint is. Expect this ale to be fun, fruity, satisfying. You know you're in Wisconsin when you see the Spotted Cow. So, yeah, man. Check
The
this
Spotted
joint.
Cow.
I have never had this beer. Yeah, New Glarus, you know what I'm saying? Up in Wisconsin, they are. I've heard this beer. New Glarus, Glarus. I've heard Spotted Cow on many occasions, but have never had the beer. So, first time today. Here we go.
Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun.
Took a mighty healthy gulp there.
You know what? Yeah, man. It's a good beer though, man. Yeah, I and also don't really see us on here with too many bottles. You know what I'm saying?
True that.
I'm always having my 4-packs, my 16-ounce joint. So yeah, I'm just sipping straight out the bottle today, man. We kicking back, man.
Word up. Jerayll, go ahead, man.
You know, man. I'm always darker the better.
Hey.
So today I actually have one of the bottles I didn't finish off for my birthday, man. I got some Bourbon County Stout
Nice.
2020. So it was just sitting in my refrigerator today.
Is that a
I was
40 ounce,
looking.
Matt? That looked like a 40-ounce bottle.
Like a juice.
Hey man,
Goose.
this is
Goose. Yeah, Goose Island. Yeah.
this the real nigga 6-pack, man. You gotta be.
Yeah.
But,
That is
but
also
yeah,
a
nah.
staple. For
That
sure.
looked like a jug.
Yeah, man. No, I forget exactly how many ounces, but it's a nice. Like I'm not gonna need another one. That's for
Yeah.
sure. So
What's that joint sitting at? What
So-
is it at? 11, 12%, or do it have it on the bottle? I know them Bourbon County joints are up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is actually a pint.
Mhm.
I know it's gonna be at least. Oh, I'm sorry. Here it is. 14.6%.
There you go.
Wow.
Very, very chocolatey, man. You know,
Mhm.
in the Bourbon County, they're pretty consistent with this flavor. I
Yes,
had
sir.
a few of the other ones. I had the Earl Grey tea.
Hey, that one was
Stout?
pretty good though.
I was very surprised by how good it was.
Yeah.
Bro. Because when I saw the Earl Grey tea, I'm like, tea? Interesting. But I bought it anyway just because it was there.
Real
But,
quick,
I waited for a while. I had it.
did you go to Kickbox and grab that whole shelf? They had a whole shelf of that shit.
I did not even go, bro. I don't need it. I don't need it right now. I don't. But yeah. But no. So it's very chocolatey, as usual, and it's just
What's it
quality,
called
man.
again?
I can always go wrong with the Stout. This is the Bourbon County. I'm sorry, Goose Island Bourbon County Stout, the one they release yearly.
Yeah.
On Black Friday. This
Mhm.
is the 2020. So this is the last of the 2020 that I have. So good riddance to 2020.
Hey.
Man.
Larnell, what's going on with you, man? What's going on, Mr. L-Boogie?
Man, so I have from Jerayll's surprise birthday party, you know what I'm saying? We had a lot of beers. So I literally have like 34 beers left.
Wow.
But these two I found in the cooler, which is the Central Water Bourbon Ale, Bourbon
Mhm.
Barrel. So I'm gonna try this one out. So I've never had this at all in my life. I'm not a stout guy, but I heard they like steak. You know what I'm saying? Like the steak of beers.
Yeah.
That you said a bourbon ale?
Yeah, it's a bourbon barrel. Central Waters Brewing Company.
I almost went with a stout today.
I think Jerayll had that on the show before.
Yeah, so that's there because of me.
Hey. There you
Yeah,
go.
it's actually pretty good. It's chocolatey. So I think, yeah, it's very similar to what you had, Real. Look at that pour though. That pour was awesome.
Yeah, man.
All right, so today, my fault. You
Woo.
good?
Yeah, man.
Today I'm having Pipeworks Brewing, pair of pears.
Oh, I think I had that.
Pipeworks Brewing. This is only 6.5%.
That is sour.
It is not. It is an ale with oats, rye malt, pears, and cinnamon, as a matter of fact.
A pear ale. All right.
Yes. From Pipeworks Brewing, Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, shout out to Pipeworks.
I've had this before. It's a pretty tasty beer. Man, I forgot.
Oh, that pour is awesome.
I've been getting a lot of practice in. You know what I'm saying? Cheers, fellas. Cheers.
Kamal be drinking, y'all. Y'all don't know.
Oh yeah.
It'd be like 12:30. Kamal be pulling up, G, on like a Tuesday. So
Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
No.
I'm joking.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Okay.
Little known fact, Pipeworks was actually going to be the name of my porn company, but they beat me to the name. So.
Hello.
That's fire. Pipeworks. Oh my God.
Nice.
Woo Tank.
Let's go, baby. All right, check it out. Last night, well, when this airs, I'll say Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday night, Raekwon the Chef, Ghostface Killah, Tony Starks versus Lex Diamond in a versus battle to destroy all versus battles.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to hate on nobody, but they announced that Meth and Red are going to be performing on 420. I don't know, man. I was excited for all the 2 minutes.
Yeah, nah. I'm saying like I said earlier,
I want to see it, but I know we're not there yet. But it's like compared to this one that we about to talk about, it just don't compare to me. Like these two artists, for me, for my beginnings, like they were at the beginning of my rap listening career. You know what I'm saying? My hobby. You know what I'm saying? They were towards the beginning of it. So, like, my viewpoint on hip-hop in general is based on a lot of their music. You know what I'm saying? The samples that they use, the skits, just them talking, their style of dress, their videos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was even refreshing for me to see the comments. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the best parts of the whole thing to me were them just talking. You know what I'm saying? Their slang and the way they talk to one another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Was just entertaining. I mean, if you know their work, my God. But yeah, Raekwon the Chef, Ghostface Killah, that's what we're talking about. Right?
Hey, so I didn't get a chance to watch it last night, but I watched it this morning. And I was there, outfit changes and everything, and he had the red wallabies on. And, you know, Ghostface, just Ghostface, bro. I just couldn't really compare, like, between Raekwon did drop, like, oh, damn, he dropped that one. But did anybody peep the music while they was talking? Like, those interludes right there was
the interlude,
great.
Yeah. That was actually, it's funny because I was going to say, like, that's actually one of, like, the best parts of the verses to me was, like, the interludes when they were talking, like, the music that they were playing.
Yeah.
Like, I know it was a couple of times they actually, like, played the original sample from the song they just played, man. Yeah, so the DJs were definitely, that was one of the highlights for sure.
Yeah.
So are we going song for song?
Now this is a versus.
We could.
I don't know the track list, but this is a.
I have it, but go ahead. No.
I knew if one person was gonna have it, it was gonna be.
Got to just for content, just in case. But I mean, either way, it was to me again. I hate to be corny. Well, I don't think this is being corny, but we win. We won. If you are fans of them, of course you can score it. I probably had Ghost edging it, but at the same time, it was just a great overall thing to see. You know, out the gate, I thought that Ray was gonna lose. That's what we said on the last show. Well, when we were talking to Kamal, I was like, man, Ray, it's a wrap. But nah, man.
I mean,
Ray has some joints. G.
He has some joints.
Ray has some joints.
Gee, when he pulled out, like, there's certain songs that he did, and I'm like, yo, he did this song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I was more surprised. I said that more to the things that Ghost did. Like, when he pulled out the when he did la 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 if you love when he did that, I'm like, yo, whoa. Because I mean, that shows his range. He was able to perform it and and do the whole crying thing. You know what I'm saying? That was entertaining. There's no artist. Gee. And then like Ray did I had totally, like, I was seeing, Ghost did one of the slow songs toward the end. Mm-hmm. And then Ray did the Jodeci joint.
Yes.
Right. I completely forgot about that song.
Yes. And Ghost did his song. And then in the comments, it's all like, Jodeci is next. I'm like, dang, Jodeci song? What Jodeci song? And then when they played it, I'm like, oh! forgot about that song.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, these guys, you know, just the way they talk to each other, the way they, you know, in between, like it's like a live, like you almost seeing them in the studio. You know what I'm saying? You know the feel it was when they were creating these songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They you know, they talk with such you know, what's it called when you give like they're give things like human personification, you know what I'm saying? You know, talking, I mean, just the way they talk, they said like the cat, the cat, they named him like, yo, he gonna come alive, you know what I'm saying? Just the way they characterize everything, like, yo, I'm about to drop this 50-inch TV on your head with this one, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
You just gave me a leg shot with that one. Okay, you gave me
Poke me in the thigh right there with that one. Yeah.
The way that they just, you know, just the way they were talking to one another, and that was energizing. Like no other verses has been this quirky in that sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Slang words over.
Yeah, like you know, they were nicknaming people when they talked about them.
Yeah.
It was energetic, man. I mean, this man, the heartfelt things that Ghost said
that's what I was gonna say, yeah.
Towards the end. Yo, not okay. Somebody go before I tell the story. I'm gonna chill, man.
I think it was dope. A lot of Ghost's commentary, man. It was just like right on point. And then you had the backdrop, the music, you know what I'm saying, playing to a lot of stuff that he was saying. That was dope to me. Round 20 though, man, for me, man. All that I got is you in heaven and hell. That's just like that's a great pairing. Nobody wins to me in that situation. I'm sitting there, man, like people. It's probably people that was watching that you know what I'm saying don't have their moms and whatnot with them. That particular song just probably rings so, you know, hard for them. You know what I'm saying. Then the Heaven and Hell joint is just a classic, gritty, grimy, just like, man, like perfect ending to the battle for me.
Yeah, I think because when Ghost dropped that All I Got Is You, when we first heard, you know, the original had Mary on. I know when he did the video, oh girl, the other girl, Takita, I think her name is, sung the hook. But it's just like, you know, like he broke a lot of barriers. Like people weren't doing stuff like that.
No.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like this, like and just like the way he was able to like paint that picture. And then, like I said, to be followed up by Heaven and Hell, like that it just shows you, like, you know, two different albums, and both coincidentally songs off their debut albums, their debut solo albums. You know what I'm saying? It just shows you how well they go together. And both of those songs came at the end of their albums.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like it was just to see that, man, and then just the conversation that happened after that. It was just, man, like it made you really remember, man, like why Wu-Tang was so important, man. It wasn't really just, like, obviously there was great music, you know what I'm saying, but like just like what they brought in terms of like knowledge and perspective.
Yeah.
You know, when you really listen to it, like, man, because it made you want to know, like, yeah, like when it made you want to pursue, like, what are they talking about? What is this knowledge itself?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What does it mean when they say this? And it kind of like led you into another like kind of path. And then just like it was just, I don't know, man. That's why it's just like it's something like that just won't be duplicated, man. I think we were really lucky. Only Built for Cuban Links came out when I was 12 years old, bro. 39.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
These albums raised us.
Just to see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we're very fortunate to have come from in a time where that was like at the forefront. Like, because Wu-Tang, I guess when you say when they first came out, you could say they were underground, but that ended up becoming like a worldwide phenomenon. You know what I'm saying? So to have something like that become as big as it was, like that's just you just don't really see that. So I just think we were real fortunate, and so like last night was just a reminder
Mm-hmm.
of that to me, like just how fortunate we were to be raised by that music and still see them be relevant today. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's still out there, still. You know what I'm saying? Ghost came out there. This thing, Ghost had on 2 jackets. He had on the full length Mink joint, took that off, and they had on the New York Yankee joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, son, he
Like
had the blue and
2 different
cream
Wallies,
wallows, B.
Blue and
right? Yeah, he
cream.
had the two different. First he had the red ones, then he had the blue and cream joints. You know what I'm saying?
Blue and
Ghostface,
cream
the Wally
joints.
chant, man. It was really good to see, man. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I
Um,
really enjoyed it too, man. I got a quick story to tell, man.
Go ahead, man. Do your thing.
Last night while I was watching the Verzuz, my kids and my wife were watching Book of Life.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I couldn't tell you, I've seen it before, but I couldn't tell you exactly, what the plot of the movie is. But afterwards, after the movie was over, my oldest just turned 8. He had concerns, he gets anxious sometimes about certain topics, you know what I'm saying? And there was a scene where there's like a land of the forgotten. And he was saying how, he was brushing his teeth, getting ready for bed and all of that. And it's like he was concerned about being forgotten. He was concerned about like, I don't want to be in the land of the forgotten and all this. And so I was we talked a minute, and then I gave him this like long anecdotal story about how Raekwon the chef and Ghostface Killah were very young guys in bad situations, you know what I'm saying, doing things they shouldn't have been doing. And they probably felt like they were forgotten, you know what I'm saying? Nobody was thinking about them. And I go back and forth. I'm just pulling stuff out the air, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to talk to them.
Wu-Tang teach the kids.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. So I told them like Ghost, right? I told them Ghost. That's who I was watching tonight. While I wasn't watching the movie with y'all, I was watching them. And towards the end of it, Ghostface played All That I Got Is You. And it's a heartfelt song. And this is what I'm telling them. It's a heartfelt song. Because he had it rough growing up. So, it wasn't easy for him.
Yeah, real rough.
His situation wasn't easy. But he moved through all of that to get to, being famous and where he is today. And, the song is sad. So I played him the song. And I'm out here like mimicking I'm out here but going through this difficult stage. I find it hard to believe how my own earth has so many seeds, but she's an old woman. And due to me, I respect that. I saw life for what it's really worth and took a step back. Family ain't family no more. And I'm going through this whole thing, right? And my eyes are closed, so I'm not really looking at them. And then when it gets to Mary J, all that I got, I open my eyes. And he's over here crying. I'm like, yo, you okay? And he said, yeah, I'm okay. Bro, I'm tearing up right now, G. Also, the edible might be kicking in, but I'm over here tearing up right now.
But
I'm like, yo.
It's funny, man.
Bro, hold on. This is the last thing I gotta say.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The last part was important for me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
G. He said, yeah, I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, I kid you not, G. It was just in me to say right now, like, wow, he feel this. And I grew up on this and I really like, wow, he felt that. And I'm like, I love you, Carter. And he said, I love you, Daddy, and gave me a hug, G.
Mm.
And that joint hit me, G.
Mm.
That joint hit me, G.
Yeah. Man, you
Shout out to Ghostface Killah, G.
Right.
Yeah, man.
It's so crazy, man. Like because like when that song came out, so like for Carter to have that reaction, like all these years later, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause like that was the song when you first heard it, it was like shit. Like that song, like still to this day, anytime you put it on, man, like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like it reminds you. I mean, obviously I didn't have it as hard as Ghost coming up, but
right,
life wasn't always easy. I mean, shit, it still ain't. You know what I mean? Like struggles are different depending on the time and your situation. But it's just like that song like really hit people. You know what I'm saying? So it just shows you like how it just transcends like generations. Like for Carter to like for it to hit him like that, like that's powerful, man. That just really shows you like I don't know,
bruh.
man. Like I said, like Wu-Tang, it's a phenomenon that like just it will never be duplicated. You can't that energy that's in there. It's just like you can't replicate that, man. It's crazy that he would have that. That's like I'm glad you told that, man. That's really dope.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's dope. All I got is you is like one of those songs like you can close your eyes and like even if you know you can close your eyes and the pitch voice you can feel it. I think that's what separates Ghost and Raekwon from the movie because their storytelling ability was so that you can close your eyes and you can see everything that they're talking and in their emotional songs you feel the pain. Damn. Like I think I cried with that song a couple of times because it was just like it's heartfelt. And I think everybody should really listen. I think it's dope that they got that fan base now. I've never heard that song. Ever.
Yeah.
You gotta think about it, these dudes are 50 years old. Ghostface is 50. He just turned 51 in January. Like these are like the coolest uncles at your barbecue. You feel me? And they spend the knowledge. And they would spend knowledge like this since ever.
Yeah.
So I think it was dope. That's a dope story. Come on, straight up. That's
But it also speaks to their just their the storytelling aspect of what they do is all throughout. I think that's what made people gravitate to them so much because especially Ghosts, like they both tell stories. These crime tales, these movie scene type joints, but Ghosts will embody a feeling, you know what I'm saying? And some of his most interesting stuff be the ones where it's like he crying. I thought the girl, you know what I'm saying? Like
when he did Impossible, I lost it.
Yeah, I was surprised. That was one of the songs. That was one of the songs.
That's one of those. I said, yo, he did this joint.
Right.
This joint.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect it to hear that one.
Yeah. That's one of those songs that you forget about and then you hear it. It's just like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I think I was surprised because I know I think everybody can agree on the fact that Ghostface, his catalog far surpasses Raekwon's.
Yeah.
But so that's what we were thinking about when the verses, you know, I mean, we talked about it a little bit, just like, nah, man, like if this, I mean, obviously we knew it wasn't going to be like a real battle, but when you just put them up against one another, like, you gotta take Ghost. But like Raekwon just had a lot of songs. So in that platform, you know what I'm saying, it was really like blow for blow. You know what I'm saying? Like for everything Ghost had, Ray really had accounted for it. And so it didn't like it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, it didn't appear lopsided at all. It just appeared like, you know, these are two equals, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth. So I think, but if you were obviously, if we were going by album, then I think Ghost would obviously be the clear winner, in my opinion. But when you really just go song for song, like they're like 20 songs with 20 songs, man. Like the Ghost and Ray, they right there, right neck and neck.
Yeah. Well, I think we can all agree that Ghostface, like one of you guys said earlier, he didn't play a lot of things. Because I didn't hear Motherless Child. I was waiting for Motherless Child to drop. I was waiting for that to go crazy. Yeah. So I mean, it was a lot of songs.
Sunset Park soundtrack originally.
Yeah, that would have been a good one to hear, actually. But
yeah,
whew, that would have. Wow, he didn't do that one. That's true. You got a good point. You got a good point. That was on a whole soundtrack and all that.
There was a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on Sunset Park soundtrack, and it was on Iron Man.
I mean, but the fact that like he did pull out, they both pulled out some songs. It's like, yo, that's crazy that you did this one. You know what I'm saying? And like I was surprised towards the beginning, you know, they were, you know, Ghost opened with Special Delivery. Opened with his verse from that.
Yeah.
Like, yo, that's crazy that you even started with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that definitely, because he kind of set the tone. Like, okay, this is how we're gonna do it. We gonna hear some stuff we didn't expect to hear.
And
you know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing I forgot about. Like, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So they did 2 features, and that's another, like, we were talking about that last night. Like, that was really for that time. Like, the Raekwon and Outkast was such a dope collab.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like
about it. You know what I'm saying?
But that was a really dope song. Right. But it was really important for that time, because that was a few critical moments in hip hop history happened. That was post Biggie and Tupac being murdered. And this was also post the Source Awards that kind of started that whole beef. What people forget about that Source Awards is that was when Dre got on stage because they was getting booed. You know what I'm saying? Because it was the Source Awards in New York, and they were just booing anybody that wasn't from there. And they were booing Outkast, and that's when Dre got on stage and low-key kind of snapped, like, you know what I'm saying, the South got something to say.
Yeah.
So, like, for Raekwon to jump on that song with them, and for that album to be the one to get 5 mics, one of the few albums that got 5 mics from the Source.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just, like, really, like, important moments in hip-hop history that kind of led and, like, were involved around that song.
Yeah.
So that was a really dope collab for that time.
Yeah. And that verse was fire. I'm sorry, Raekwon's verse off of their beats, Special Delivery. Because the only thing great about Special Delivery was that the beat was crazy. Raekwon.
You trying to go song for song.
I mean, that Raekwon, that verse bar for bar, that was like, I mean, I don't want to go for song, man, but this would be like the longest BEERZ Bars ever.
But I would definitely say that I was surprised to hear both of those songs, actually. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And especially to lead off with those.
Off?
Yeah.
Like, yo, I was very, very happy to see Capadonna. You know what I'm saying?
I knew at least Cap was gonna be there.
I was hoping that Cap would be there.
Yeah.
I was hoping that Cap would be there. Other than Cap, I would have been happy to see Nas come through for his verse.
Verbal Intercourse.
That would have been great.
He probably saving that. He got to be saving that, because that's a fire Nas verse. That's up there for Nas.
That's his best verse.
That's one of his best.
That's not only one of Nas' best verses. That's one of the best verses. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Like you remember that was like one of the hip hop quotables that people would like put on their wall. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, man, that's you can't use that's definitely.
But look,
if Nas would have came, but I think he might be saving that for his verses because I feel like.
Well, who do you put? And not to take it too far
we can
outside,
do whatever
but who do you put up against Nas other than Jay-Z? Nobody else works.
Nobody else will work.
And I just don't see that happening. But you can't put Nas against.
I feel like Jay's not gonna do a versus.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like Nas would be more willing to do it than Jay. Jay ain't doing the verses, and you can't. Who you put up? Who else do you put Nas against?
You're not gonna put him. Nobody. There's nobody.
That's what I'm saying. He's the only. That's what I'm saying. The only person Nas can go against would be Jay-Z. And Jay, I just don't see that happening. Like, if Swizz and Tim, I'm sure they tried. I'm sure they're going to keep trying. But if Swizz and Tim could pull that off, you want to talk about breaking the internet, they might do that shit for real. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think
that would go crazy. They got to put that on TV. That one can't be on.
That's got to be like some pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view.
That's pay-per-view. You're going to have to pay for that, Joe.
Yeah, you got and I would pay for it. I would pay for
it. Absolutely.
I would totally pay for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But wait, before we get off the topic of the verses, I really wish they would let Capadonna do his verse with Winter Wars. Because that was one of the best verses. That was Capadonna's best verse. Don't you like the blunt reconstruct your design? Come on.
I mean,
but
that's a good verse.
Verse is also like 3 minutes long though. Like,
this verse alone is 3 minutes long.
Man, that verse is just that verse was everything.
Yeah, because I think that was on the that came on the with the Don't Be a Menace. That was on Don't Be a Menace soundtrack,
it
right?
It was.
Yeah. Don't be a menace while drinking your juice in the hood.
I ain't gonna front, Larnell. I'm gonna do that too. Y'all go ahead and keep whatever y'all talking about before we go to Benny. I'll be right back because I'm gonna get number 2. I'm so sorry.
I feel
I'm only half. I'm a little halfway.
Gee, how many? That's a whole pint. How many ounces is a pint?
I don't know.
More than 16.
Between 16 and 22, I think. It's just somewhere around.
Nah, you going hard.
I think 24.
I know how many ounces in a pound.
True. Hey, look, on the real though, that's a good segue, man, into Benny the Butcher, actually.
Oh, that 2 Chainz? Because 2 Chainz did get off on that verse, bro.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Yeah, man, Benny the Butcher, plugs I met too.
Came right back on time. I'm good. There we go.
Yeah, man, Ghost and Ray. You already know what it is. Boom. That's that. But yeah, Benny the Butcher, plugs I met too. The first thing, I'm gonna just put this out here right now. This is not a Griselda produced project. This is a Black Soprano family. This is a BSF album. Which I thought was interesting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we don't hear West Side or Conway on the whole joint.
Nope.
This is
a lot of features.
Yeah, and it's a lot of features. It's a lot of features, actually. I was surprised, actually. But
it's pretty much like somebody on every song.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say off the rip that some of my favorite songs would be Plug Talk featuring 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
No Instructions. My God, this man is a rapper.
He's a rappity rap.
No Instructions.
He is.
Yeah. He is.
The whole theme of the album, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, Live by It. The titles of the songs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Plug Talk, Live by It, No Instructions, and the content of that song, which I was blown away by the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Longevity. Thanks Thanksgiving.
What is that?
What's that? What's going on?
Thanksgiving on which is the last joint was fire. I think that Benny the Butcher might be the most realist, most believable drug rap talk rapper of any drug rapper.
Oh, we got a camera video.
Yeah, sorry. First count
and
of
I'm convinced that he has met some artists that rap that are very famous that do not sell the drugs that they say that they sell.
Absolutely.
I mean, because this guy, I believe everything he's saying. I believe everything he's saying. Like, my God, this man is, sheesh. But yeah, man, Benny the Butcher. How y'all feel about it?
Yeah, I dig it, man. And, you know, as you brought out some interesting points, man. Yeah, he does not have anybody from Griselda on this joint, which really doesn't ever happen. I would say it's always tracks. I guess just to piggyback
at
on
least one track. At least one.
Yeah.
Track.
So I did like Plug Talk. I did like Talking Back. I did like Thanksgiving. My first initial listen, I did not really like the production. I text Kamal and said, I'm not that big of a Harry Fraud fan here. But my second listen, I said, I'm stupid or whatever is my problem because, you know.
I actually disagree with you, actually. Actually, I would disagree with you. I like Harry Fraud's production. I see where they were going with this project, but there's some beats that I didn't care for. Like the No Instructions beat, I didn't really care for it, but what he was saying was so visceral and like pulled me in so much that I didn't even care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's one of those people. He's one of those rappers as to where, you know, we always hear Nas don't pick good beats. Okay. But regardless, the thing about Nas or Benny is that what they saying be so potent as to where it still draws you in regardless of that production. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, maybe I do like the beats on this project, but I think my first listen, the reason why I said that was because Hit Boy laced them so hard to me on the last joint as to where it was I don't want to say step down. I feel like that's disrespectful, but Hit Boy killed that album, and then this was just go ahead, Jerayll. Go ahead.
I was because first off, Hit Boy. Let's just acknowledge the fact that Hit Boy is on a hell of a run.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. All facts.
Hit Boy is on a hell of a run. That boy can do no wrong right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So to piggyback what kind of both of y'all said, Benny is rapping. Like Benny is, you know what I'm saying, going hard. The production is cool, but it's sometimes like it kind of don't even really. It's just something that seems a little bit, you know what I'm saying, in some of the out. But I think what really saves it for me, and I still think it's a good project. I don't want to act like I don't think. But I just feel like I just lost my thought for a second. I'm sorry, but I just felt like the features that they have on there, a lot of unexpected. Like I know Oldest, you mentioned Talking Back. That's a song with Fat Joe on it.
Yeah.
And it was just like it's good to hear. It's good to hear Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, he had the collab with 2 Chainz on there. Like that's kind of like, oh shit, Benny the Butcher and 2 Chainz. That's different. But it worked. It did work. Like that's what, you know what I'm saying? Like that song is cold.
For the beat.
Yeah, so it kind of so it really, you could take it as, because like Benny obviously still being sharp with the pen, just trying something different. You know what I'm saying? Broadening his horizons. And I can appreciate that. So that's more so what I took this as. Like him just like, man, look, I got all this work And and it's also like the theme of the album is also something I appreciated. Because when you talk about believability, right?
Mm.
I think what really brings that home is that like he's just not talking about like the fantasy of it, right? He's talking about the very real realities of what happens to people. You know what I'm saying? Talking about balling for a summer and then next summer they locked up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is right. You know what I'm saying? It's so there are very real pitfalls to
Yeah.
this lifestyle. And while he was fortunate enough to make it out and to be able to do what he's doing now, a lot of people that he was with, and let's not forget that he did have to sit down
Yeah.
for a little while. Benny had to do a stretch, so
Yeah.
he's very familiar, and so he kind of has an authority to speak on things in a way that a lot of people don't have that because of his life experiences.
Exactly.
So I think that's why like he comes across as being so real. You know what I'm saying? So, but I always appreciate it because I feel like, you know, the drug talking, the drug rapping and all that's cool. But I think you really need to like I just know like back then, like in our era growing up, I will say that we you were talking about Benny may be the most believable. And I would have to put Pimp C up there, even though Pimp C talked about pimping just as much as he talked about selling drugs. But I believe every fucking word Pimp C said. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, yeah. So yeah, I was listening. I was running the other day, and I was listening to my sister has a playlist, and she's about 43, 40, some whatever. She's 5 years older than me, and I got a pocket full of stones. All of them joints on her playlist. Like, yeah, man. So yeah, man. You might be right there, man. Pimp C, yeah.
Pimp C did all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm listening to this album.
Right.
I'm listening to this joint. I'm also getting into. I'm on season 3 of Snowfall, and it's just like crazy, G. Like, I'm just
Crazy.
into like a life of drugs at this point, G. And I just finished reading a book on the war on drugs, and it's just like, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
But that's why you appreciate because like,
yes,
while so many people talk about like the riches and all the stuff that and the good things, like the bad far outweighs the good
exactly.
in terms of like how many lives have been destroyed.
Yeah.
Very few people make it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like very few people make it out. And it's hard to make it out unscathed. Like I said, Benny had to sit down for a second.
Yes.
He had to go to jail. Right? So like I think people need to hear about that.
Yeah.
You can't just talk about like the good stuff without leaving out the very real fact that like people get killed.
People get
you know what
killed.
I'm saying?
Yep.
Lives get shattered. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hey.
people have to go to jail. Like whole families get torn up behind this. You know what I'm saying? It's not all glitz and glamour. So like you all you want to talk about is a partying and like even talking about like you talking about like having bodies like, but then there's a very real thing that you got to have that on your conscience now. You got to live with that.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So there are other things that people need to talk about, and I appreciate somebody like Benny for being able to relay that side of it as well. And it seemed like this project, the bars I was hearing was focused more on that side than the glitz and glamour of it all.
Yeah.
I really mess with this Benny album because for the past 2 projects I've been a fan of Harry Fraud. When he dropped the one 4 months ago with
Jim Jones?
No, he dropped one with Currency, then he dropped one with Jim Jones. Before that, he had one with Freddie Gibbs. So I'm getting used to his production because I've been listening to a lot more.
Yeah.
So, but the surprising feature to me was French Montana. That was totally out of the blue because I'm like, is that French? And I've always been a fan of French commercial joints and a couple of albums, a couple of songs, whatever. But that really surprised me.
Never been a fan.
Oh man, I'm just saying, like the party joints. He's
right. He got party joints.
I
like. He got party joints. I like.
You're not finna go to French Montana and listen to bars. Like you don't expect that from him. He's finna hold his weight, but that's it.
Is Pop
with
That
him,
considered a French song? Is Pop That considered French?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
yeah.
All right.
And he
He's
always
okay
got
then.
somebody featured on his
Look at
song.
Jerayll, like whatever. Yeah, Unforgettable.
Yeah.
That's my swag. There, I be
Unforgettable's my
even-
joint. In the summertime, you got a good joint on your side. You
Hey,
smoking, ride with
You know
what I'm saying?
you know what I'm thinking about right now when you said French
What?
Montana. I'm thinking about the story where Gucci Man took his $5,000
yeah.
for his feature and just and just left the studio like
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also just don't like his music outside. I've never been.
but
You know.
But Benny album, I think what Benny was trying to prove on this album is since that he has his own label, most of the features that are not main artists are artists on his label.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I think he really wanted to let them shine, and with those features, bring those features fans to the album so they can honestly hear the new cats coming out. So I think it was a good mixture when it comes to that business-wise. I think it was smart. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're trying to start your label, you will want to like bring attention to that label. So you're gonna grab some big name features off a hip hop producer and also introduce your artists to 2 Chainz fans, Fat Joe fans, French Montana fans, so on and so on. The album is dope to me. Benny's definitely spitting the bars on there. I mean, I'm more of a fan of. I don't know. I be mixing up because when Conway come out, that's all I play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when Benny come out, it's like I'm gonna play because they come out with so much. It's like fuck. Like I gotta give each one of them time frame.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Benny definitely, it's a great album. Great album. I like it.
It's a good album. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's to your point, Larnell. It's kind of funny. Like we chose to talk about like the Ghost and Ray versus and being the Butcher. So when you talk about him putting more of his artists on there, because I think that was a good idea to your point, because Griselda has such a cult following. You know what I'm saying? And being the Butcher kind of being like at the forefront of that, because he is kind of like the best rapper, like most popular in terms of rapping.
The most marketable
out of the Griselda camp.
He's the
most marketable. Yeah, because it's kind of crazy because like I feel like Griselda, specifically West Side Gun, Conway, and Benny is like they're probably like the most similar to Wu-Tang.
Yes, sir. Since
we've had that in terms of like they're like, and you know, so it's just like I just imagine if Wu-Tang was only like the RZA, Ghost, and Raekwon. You know what I'm saying? Because definitely West Side Gun is the architect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can put him in that RZA role.
Yeah.
And then you just have Conway and Benny pretty much just like Ghost and Ray. You know what I'm saying? Where like Benny is putting out way more material than Conway. Conway, I know he more takes his time. You know what I'm saying? And his albums are dope. But I think just Benny just puts out more material and is more consistent than Conway. But just in terms, but they have
Conway
that.
Got
just
some
like
joints.
No. And so I would definitely. That's not to.
They might have like
Conway.
an equal amount of work. I'm saying.
You think so?
I
don't know. I just
before I had heard of Westside Gun, Griselda, or Benny. Like I heard of Conway.
That's facts. Conway the Machine was the first name you heard. Conway was definitely the first name. So I could be wrong. Maybe this is more recency bias because Benny has definitely been putting out more work recently than Conway. So this could be a recency bias. So maybe I'll have to go. You know, we can fact check. We can fact check that. You know what I'm saying? But right. But I think. But just like their appeal, man, and what they're doing, and they have this whole movement. They got all these people behind them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very Wu-Tang-esque.
Yeah.
And I say like they probably have the closest thing to it that we've seen since then. In my opinion.
You know, me and Kamal have talked
So
about that.
it's real.
Yeah, we definitely have mentioned that, man. So yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, Benny had definitely become like my introduction was Conway, but Benny has easily become my favorite for all the reasons that you just stated, Jerayll. Like the way you describe the album, that's why he is good. Tanner, besides this project, like, but that's the thing about this project. This project, the words are very good, but the music, the beats,
You ain't rocking that much.
I feel like it's gonna get lost in the shuffle because of that. You know what I'm saying? I think some of the songs are really good, but
I think it's going to be an album that we appreciate later.
You might be right.
We'll see.
I think next year, 2 years from now, we'll be like, yeah, that Benny album pretty dope. Real quick, to touch on what Jerayll had said earlier about the street life, that is right, because even though he goes with that, he still got shot in Houston not too long ago.
Yeah.
So he's that life. You know what I'm saying? The shit that you've done in the past is repercussions, it's karma. It's going to come back. You feel me? In some shape or form. Like the man can't even walk.
Which is horrible.
You know what I'm saying?
I hate to see that. I saw something recently, man. He was still on crutches. I know. Didn't we talk about that?
Wow.
Yeah, we talked about. He
still
did
on
it.
crutches?
Yeah.
He's still on crutches. He got nerve damage. Yeah, he
has nerve damage.
Oh.
He talked about it.
That's
He talked about it in an interview I saw yesterday, and he talked about it. He was like, me being shot in Houston was just, you know, 3 guys going to Walmart in the middle of the night. I'm just trying to get some drawers, socks, and checklinkers from the stuff that I escaped from the past. Like he said, we all done a lot of dirt, and you may pay like all those things.
Yeah.
Like, you know. But, you know, he's out here making music, and he's getting around. I mean, eventually, hopefully, praises out to him. Walks again.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely prayers. You know what I'm saying? Because it's, I don't know. I mean, you never really know the circumstances that lead somebody to whatever their life, you know what I'm saying, is.
Yeah.
Like, so you don't necessarily just because, uh, good people do bad things, bad people do good things.
Yeah.
So you never want to judge. I just hate to see anybody, especially if you've been able to kind of separate yourself from that and then to have like a random incident, in a sense,
Yeah.
be the thing. But I mean, universal law, universe is 360. Everything that comes, you know what I'm saying, everything that you put out comes back to you. And that's not even to say that
it was
I'm
deserving or
in
something.
no way
It's just,
insinuating exactly. No way insinuating that that's what that means. So that's what that is, man. So I just pray for that brother, man. I hope that he's able to regain full use of his body.
Yeah.
Because his career is really just getting started. You know what I'm saying? Like he has so much. He kind of, man, like, cause sometimes when I hear him, man, like he personifies so much of that kind of East Coast. You know what I'm saying? That East Coast rap.
Yeah.
Like he kind of like sometimes, man, sound a little bit like Biggie to me in terms of like his wordplay.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And some of the bar, he has like his wordplay is just so, like, some of the shit he says sometimes is just like, man, wow, like this dude is a rapper, So it's kind of like, but it's because we need people like that they're gonna show you both sides. I think that's why, like, it was so tragic when Nip died. You know what I'm saying? Because like Nip was thorough in that way, where like
he was.
His shit was documented. You knew that he was speaking the truth.
Yeah.
Right. But he would give you both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about he had songs talking about him doing county jail bids. You know what I'm saying? And not knowing if he was gonna see the light of day again. Right. And so it's very important that people represent the realness of everything, and so you always got to tell both sides. So I just really appreciate people like that, and so it's great that he was able to survive because Nip didn't. You know what I'm saying? But we need people like that, man. They're good for the ecosystem because it can't be just all party and bullshit, which was a big song. You know what I'm saying? But it can't be all of that, man. You got to have both sides.
Before we get out of here, have you all seen the Notorious B.I.G. documentary? I actually just watched it last night, and I actually meant to mention that the enticement of, like, it's interesting that, you know, we talking about Benny the Butcher, you know, and I'm watching this documentary, and, you know, to hear how Big was interested in really doing art, but he was introduced to crack. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
it just exploded for him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is what I need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I thought that before we get out of here,
I haven't seen it just because I thought it was just another big documentary, and
Nah, it's good, G.
Okay,
I like it.
I am gonna check for it then, based upon your recommendation, because I trust you.
I thought it was interesting because it you know, there were instances where I thought, why they even interviewing this person? But it attached, you understood his world, you know what I'm saying? He was only 24 when he died.
Yeah,
G.
so young.
Yeah.
So young.
That's so young.
Pac
G.
was 26.
G.
Yeah. Pac was 26.
That's young. So
And when we were,
he blew up fairly quickly, you know what I'm saying? And just to hear, you know, this is not a regular big documentary. Like, the people that he was connected to are involved, you know what I'm saying? It was good. Y'all have y'all seen it?
I watched it. You watched it, Jerayll?
I did not watch the whole thing yet. I
liked it.
It was like it was during the work day, and I just hadn't finished it.
I watched it because the simple fact of all the documentaries sound the same, and I saw a lot of home movies. So Damon, which is one of his best friends in the documentary, he used to carry his camcorder around all the time. So it was a lot of footage from Biggie that we've never seen on the documentary. Like, the dude can actually sing. Like, he was actually singing joke songs, R&B songs. Like, he knew exactly how to put a chorus together. He knew exactly what he was about to do. Like, if Big was still alive, Big would be one of the dopest artists.
If Big was still alive,
like,
all of this.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it'd be all different. It'd be all different.
All different. So, like, that was good. I mean, the documentary was very good.
I thought it was pretty good, G.
I definitely plan on, like, finishing it.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
I kind of thought the same thing. Like, you know, this is just, I mean, how many Biggie stories
Man.
you see?
Yep.
But then when I really started, like, saw, like, the premise of it, like, oh no, this is like so this is like the perspective of, like, one of his best friends. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, like, somebody that knew him before this became, like, Biggie became a thing. Like, he knows Christopher Wallace.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
so I'm definitely interested.
That's how they pull you in, but that's, you know, that's probably
that's not really
where this came from, but
okay.
it's more than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they thoroughly, like, interview Valletta Wallace. You know what I'm saying? They went back to Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, they really tied it together, G. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they talked to his grandma, in Jamaica.
Yes, G.
Crazy.
It was dope, G.
Yeah.
It was dope. It was dope.
I'm gonna have to check that joint out, man.
They got into like his. I ain't even go. Yeah, like, you gotta just see it, G. But I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty good. I was, like, enthralled. Like, wow, G. Oh.
Yeah, you think about how young we were, when they died. So Biggie died in '96, and March 9th, which is right after my birthday.
Yep.
I was 14 years old. I don't know, Larnell, do you remember? Quick story. Right after Biggie died,
dude, I
my
met you at your
parents
house. You
went out
came
of
by
town.
June. You came by June house. We had a 50 Hennessy. We drank. We smoked. We listened to Big all day.
No. We were in my crib
That's
because my
fine.
parents were out of town. So my parents were out of town. They this was their 25th wedding anniversary.
Right.
They went
Story
on a
time.
cruise. So me and my brother were at the crib on Home Alone for a whole week, right?
Nice.
So this was right after Big died and Life After Death came out. But you remember, June got the tape early. Do you remember that? June got the tape before my homeboy June.
Yes.
June had the tape before the album dropped. So we was right after Biggie died. We was sitting in my bedroom. I'm 14 years old, listening to Life After Death,
Before it came.
Before it
Right.
came out. Yeah,
It was
when
like
my
a
parents
DJ.
got signed to me.
It was a DJ Clue exclusive, G. Like that
No. It wasn't. He had the actual album. No, it was the actual album.
Oh yeah, he
Because
did.
he had
Oh
it.
yeah.
Because remember, what was that record store that used to be on Cottage? I forgot which one, but they used to sell. Because remember, you got the Machiavelli there early too. You know.
Yeah,
So
he did.
we did.
He
So
did.
the Life After Death early. We was listening to like the Notorious. I remember that because that was the first time I heard the Notorious Thug song, like him and like Bone and Biggie, and just like.
Bone.
I'm
His
saying,
bone ain't Biggie. His bone ain't
right.
Biggie.
It blew my mind to hear
Yeah.
that and just to think that like, man, he only had 2 albums. If you think about it,
Only
like
2 albums.
Ready to Die, right? Between Ready to Die and Life After Death, man, like he had so much more to give the world. So it was just, it was just real tragic to see. You know what I'm saying? So it's once again good that like Benny was able, even though like he's dealing with some obvious terrible side after effects, that he was able to survive. He can still give his gift to the world because I think he has a lot more to give.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's good to see that his light wasn't extinguished too soon.
Yeah, man.
Beers and bars.
Oh man.
Beers
and bars. Hey, look, before we go, G, congratulations on your 200 episode, my G.
Yeah, man. That's
like
dope.
this is something that you really need to keep around, bro. We need you for the Chicago culture, period, bro. Like I always will be a fan. I always will support you, G.
We appreciate that.
We all came out like, G. It really gives guys like, we grown men. We all married, kids, long term girlfriends, like, this is great to hear.
Yeah.
Like the conversation yesterday was hilarious. You feel me?
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, man, for real, congratulations on Beers and Bars, man. Y'all got to keep it moving for the culture, G. Straight up.
Word up, man.
We ain't going nowhere, man.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, congrats. Yeah, just to echo Larnell's sentiments, man. Congratulations to y'all. Keep it going, man. It's I didn't realize when you said 5 years, like, wow, it's like that's really like
2016.
Yeah, man. Nothing.
Summer 2016.
Yeah, man. Consistency is key, bro. So you know what I'm saying. Just keep it going, man. So we always here to support. Whenever you want to come in, I can give my great insights. You know what I mean? I'm always available.
Hey, you playing? I didn't already told you, man. I'm whenever yeah, man. I'm ready to see some more real content. You know what I'm saying? The IG and giving your perspective and all. That was fire, G. So I'm ready.
I ain't even have to say nothing about Benny because I'm like, Jerayll got it.
G. I was about to say.
I agree.
I was going to say, and folks, you guys can check Jerayll out soon at some point.
Right.
Hey, yeah, definitely, because we've talked about this. We all agree that Jerayll needs something.
Oh no, it's actually very very close, very close. I have.
That's good. That's dope.
Like when I was just I don't know if we're gonna include this, but I know I was talking to you earlier about like, I'm waiting to I got my audio interface coming, my A to D, because I got my from my analog to my digital, so I can actually like have my microphones and shit.
Right.
So yeah, I got some. Just
okay.
Word up.
A little bit long.
I love it.
Once again, I appreciate y'all. Beers and Bars, man.
Yeah, man.